Kyung-mi is a deaf woman and works as a sign language counselor at the sign language call center. One night, she witnesses Seo Jung-un's stabbing and becomes the next target for the Jekyll and Hyde serial killer. It now turns into a silent chase. Jong-tak, Seo Jung-un's brother, a security guard, has to protect his sister. On the other hand, Hyung-mi's deaf mother will do anything to protect her daughter. What will happen if you were the one stuck in that situation? This video will help you know what to do if someone kidnaps you or hurts you.
In the first scene, OG the movie, Kyung-mi, though, navigates through the life independently as possible. She works in the customer service department, answering video calls from hearing impaired clients, and she refused to take any abuse from rude customers. She also stands up for herself at staff meetings, insisting that she attend social function from some of the company's bigwin clientele.
After this event, which runs later than expected, she found herself in the wrong place in the wrong time. Not far from her home, she came across a badly injured girl who pleaded for her help. Lurking in the shadow and watching on is a masked Doshik, who just attacked the girl.
Kyung-ming will have to make the absolute most of her resourcefulness to survive his murderous intention. Young, strong, self-confident, and extraordinary Diavos. Do-Sing not only enjoys inflicting physical pain but derives pleasure in playing twist games.
His arrogance is so great that he believes he can outwit not only his intended victims, but the cops too. Albeit, that's not too difficult here, as the police officers are all portrayed as utterly incompetent, though well intentioned. Doshik can ooze vulnerability or charm 1 minute and then instantly switch into chilling sadistic sociopath mode.
The police took the woman to their apartment, which has a bunch of lights that blinks accordingly if they detect movements. While they were drinking some tea, the lights warn them because there is someone at the door, which makes them worried because it's really, really late. Turns out it's just the mother's
뭐야?
coworker
안에 있으면서 왜
who
이렇게 늦게
comes to pick up
나와?
something that she
전화도
needs
왜 이렇게
help
안
with.
바꿔?
The lady and the mother of Kyumi left the apartment, leaving Kyumi alone in the house.
Unaware that Dushik has arrived and broken the sensor outside the door, the light won't give out his location. Little did he know they are detectors inside the house. Kyungmi decided to leave her room and investigate. Dushik makes an alarm clock ring to make her think that triggered the light. She went to her room once again and he finished turning off all the sensors.
Kyung-ming texts Jo-tak who had given her his card if she needed to text him. Do-Sing grabs his axe and gets ready to hit Kyung-ming behind her back. But at the moment, Kyung-ming notices a toy on the dresser is active. Yet the light don't react to it, so she turns around just in time to dodge the axe that was about to hit her.
She runs to her room and puts the dresser in front of the door. She then texts Jong-tak to tell him the murderer is in her house. Then she texts her mom to tell her not to come back. But as the door stops shaking, she gets a text saying her mother is already there and found the door open. Thinking her mother is in danger, Kyungmi begins moving the dresser back. She then realizes
Jungtak fights them and joins the chase too. Doshik trapped Kyungmi in a closed area. He's about to attack Kyungmi when Jungtak came and tried to stop him. In the end, Doshik threatened him into killing himself. So if he died, Jungtak wouldn't know where his sister is. Doshik opened a deal for him on whether Jungtak should save her sister or save Kyungmi. Jongtak apologized to Kyungmi and ran away in search of Sojong at the address he was given, which is actually Kyungmi's house. Well, Doshik actually lied to him and the place was empty and only the mother was there.
Meanwhile, Kyung-min tries to use the chair to defend herself. Do-sing takes it from her and uses from her and pins her to the ground. Kyung-min grabs some dirt and throws it at Do-sing's face to use as a distraction. Kyung-min starts running again. When she reaches the street where his van is, the door opens and Seo Jung comes out from it, asking for help with a knife in her hand.
The two girls hide in the alley. Kyung-mi and Seo-jung want to call 911, but she refused because she can hear Do-shik nearby. Kyung-mi decided on a plan. She writes on her phone to Seo-jung, telling her to call her brother because he's nearby. She makes her weird noise with her mouth. Do-shik goes after her. Kyung-mi begins running, restarting the chase around the town while Seo-jung calls her brother for help.
Jong-tak and the mother of Kyung-mi rescue her with an ambulance. So Jong lets them know where Kyung-mi went. Kyung-mi ran down towards downtown, hoping that more people around her will make her harder to get caught. She crosses the street with a lot of difficulties since she can't hear the cars. She manages to reach the other side of the area and tries asking people for help. But since she can't talk, they just ignore her. Dushik is coming closer, so she had no other choice but to take out the knife to defend herself, making everyone step back and thinking she's a crazy girl. A man in the crowd tries to call the police, but Dushik,
Kyungmi uses that moment as a distraction to run away. However, the police find her and take her back to Dushik. They also give the knife back to him. Once they're gone, Kyungmi started crying. She begged not to kill her because she still has so much left to do. Not wanting to do this in front of people, Dushik take her to a nearby alley and get ready to stab her until Juntak arrived and stopped him just in time. The two men started fighting. Juntak managed to grab Dushik and hold around his neck to choke him until Dushik passes out.
Jong-tak goes and checks on Kyungmi, letting her know that Sojung is safe at the hospital and her mom is nearby. Doshik, who pretended to pass out and is now hitting Jong-tak with empty bottles and various other pieces of trash. Kyungmi gets him to stop by getting the knife, so Doshik decides to leave the alley and go for the mother instead. He finds her in the middle of the commercial area and approaches her, asking her to follow him to a dark alley. But at that moment, Kyungmi sees them and comes after him with her knife in hand.
Doshik made fun of her because she failed to stab him and only managed to hurt his hand instead. However, that's part of the plan. She put the knife in his hand and stabbed herself, making it look like it was him. The crowd stepped back, effectively believing the trick and not listening to him when he says that it's not him. The police arrive and then shoot at the air as a warning, but Doshik won't stop moving, so they shoot him in the body couple of times. This is still not enough, especially because Kyungmi provokes Doshik by giving him the finger. But when Doshik is about to try again, Jungtak arrives and tackles him on the ground where he finally dies.